Hi everyone, it's Andrew from the maths team here, and I'm going to do a little bit of maths magic with you. But in order to do this I need a couple of helpful helpers, and they are my daughters. We've got Phoebe, say hello.
Hi.
And Imogen, come on in.
Hi.
Right, thank you for helping out, you two. And just to set the scene, we've got a normal set of dominoes here, a double six set of dominoes. Here we go, just to show you they are all different, so lots of different dominoes there. Give them a little shuffle, girls. And then, once they're all shuffled, pick one each at random, and I will look away. If you'd like to show the people at home on the camera what domino you've got, and they might be able to play along as well. So people at home, you can choose one of these, either Phoebe's domino here or Imogen's domino. And what I'd like you to do, girls, is start with the left-hand number. So you've got your domino a certain way on, and you've got a left-hand number and a right-hand number. So start with the left-hand number and multiply that by 5.
Yep.
Yep. Good with your 5 times table, you two, aren't you? With that answer, I would like you then to add 8 to it. Yep. Now with that answer, I would like you to double it.
Yep. Okay.
And the last thing, last step, nearly there, is add on the right-hand number to your answer so far.
Yep.
Okay, and with the power of magic, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what domino you've got when you tell me the total that you have got too. So let's start with Phoebe. Phoebe, what's your total?
71.
71! Oh wow, you've been working hard with your maths then, haven't you, with that one? So 71, what you have got there is a 5-5 domino.
Yes.
Imogen, show your domino to the people at home and tell me what your total was.
38.
38. So you have got a 2-2 domino.
Yeah.
And there you have it, maths magic. Tune in later if you want to find out how I did it. Bye for now.
Hi everyone. So here we are with the solution to the domino maths magic trick from earlier, and it's a great one to do with your parents because you know the secret, or you soon will do, but they will be hidden from it. So here we've got the instructions on the right hand side of what I asked my daughters to do with their domino, and this is the domino that Phoebe had, a 5-5 domino, and that was the total that she told me, 71. And this is Imogen's domino, a 2-2 domino, and that was a total she told me, 38. And here's another one just as an extra example to help you try and spot the pattern. So if it was a 4-3 domino that someone had, that would be the total they would give you, provided they did the maths, all the steps correctly. So can you spot how you could get from the total that you would be told if you were doing this trick to identify the domino that they've got? That's right. Hopefully you've spotted that for each of these cases, to get from the total back to this as a 2-digit number, you subtract 16. So 71 subtract 16 is 55, and then you just say 55, instead of 55 you say it as it's a 5-5 domino. How do you get from 38 to 22? Subtract 16 to get 22, but you say it as 2-2. And the last one here, 59, subtract 16 would be 43, but we would say that domino as a 4-3 domino. So there you have it. That's the secret of how to do the trick. It's simply subtract 16 from the total that you are given, and then say the answer as 2 single digits. Easy.
Hello again. So here we are with the explanation of why the maths works for the domino magic trick that I did earlier with my daughters, Phoebe and Imogen. So let's start with this selection of dominoes here. Clearly, whoever's doing the trick does not know which domino will be chosen. So I didn't know
which of these dominoes either of my daughters would have selected. So when we're working through and analysing this process of the instructions and what I'm asking the person involved in the trick to do, it's best not to really think of individual numbers because we don't know what the numbers would be. So what we can do is use letters in place of those unknown values, those unknown numbers on the dominoes. So here's a domino, and let's call the left hand number A and the right hand number B, and then we will see what happens to A and B as we go through this process. So let's start with the beginning. Here we go. We have to begin with the left hand number, which we've called A, and we need to multiply it by 5. So when we multiply something by 5, we get 5 lots of that number, or we can get 5 lots of that number. So we started with A, multiplied by 5 would be 5 lots of A, which we can write as 5A. Okay, so that means 5 lots of A, or 5 groups of this unknown number. The next instruction is add 8 to this. So we're not adding 8 to 5 here. That 5A, 5 lots of A, stays the same. And what we're doing is adding 8 to it. Okay. The next instruction is double, or multiply by 2 what we've got so far. So if we look at this part here, we've got 5 lots of A, or 5A. If we double that, what we would end up with is 10 lots of A, or 10A. Now this part, we need to double that as well. So instead of plus 8, we would have plus 16, because double 8 is 16. Some of you may recognise something now. Plus 16 is in our expression, and in order to complete the trick or be able to identify what domino has been chosen, remember you subtract 16 away from the total that is given. So 16 is very significant. Now the last step is for the person involved in the trick to add on the right hand number. We don't know what that number is, so remember we called it B up here. So the final total would be shown as 10A plus 16 plus B, the right hand number. And that is the expression for the final total. So the final total is provided, and remember what the trick is and how to identify the domino. It's subtract 16. So if we take 16 away from this expression here, take the 16 away, what are we left with? We're left with 10A, this bit, plus B, this bit. Now what does that mean looking at this domino here? So let's say that the domino we'd chosen was this one here, a 3-2 domino. So what's happened to the number 3, A here? It's been made 10 times greater. So 3 becomes 30. So the digit 3 still remains, it's just moved to the tens place. Now as you can see it there, hopefully you are seeing that as 32 instead of 3, 2. And that's what happens with these instructions. These instructions change the first number, the left-hand number, from a single digit into the first digit of a 2-digit number. It moves the digit into the tens place. And then what happens to B, the unknown value here? Well, what happens to it? That doesn't involve B, that doesn't. B only comes in right at the very end where we add it in. And where does it go when we add it in? So remember that 3 has become 30. We are adding this number in. And what is 30 add to? It's 32. And we can see 32 there and 32 as the domino. But the person doing the trick doesn't say your domino is a 32 domino. They then split that answer of 32 into 2 single digits to give the domino that was selected in the first place.
Well done, you two. It might be a Bobby Dazzler, that.